Our world still has so many bizarre laws that are still being practiced today. Some of these laws can seem funny or even absurd, while others might leave you scratching your head in disbelief. But they're all real, and they exist in countries all over the globe. Welcome back to our channel. Here we'll show you some of the most ridiculous laws that still exist in our world today. So get ready to learn about the crazy rules that people have to follow in different parts of the world. In Finland, it's legal to marry a reindeer. In fact, every year, thousands of people take part in a traditional ceremony where they exchange vows with their favorite reindeer. These marriages aren't just for fun either. They're actually recognized by the Finnish government, and the reindeer are treated as legal spouses. The tradition dates back centuries when Sami people would wed both humans and animals in a spiritual union. Nowadays, it's more of a light-hearted celebration of the unique bond between humans and animals. However, it's important to note that the marriage is unbinding and doesn't grant any legal rights or obligations. Instead, it's a symbolic gesture that shows the deep respect that the Sami people have for nature and the creatures that inhabit it. It may sound crazy, but in Switzerland, it's legal to vote while being dead. As long as a Swiss citizen votes in at least 2 federal elections while alive, they can remain on the voting rolls even after death, and their ballot will continue to be cast by their next of kin until they opt out. This law has its roots in the country's tradition of honoring the dead and ensuring that their voices are heard even after they pass away. It also serves as a reminder of the importance of civic duty and the value of every citizen's vote. However, this practice has been the subject of much debate in recent years, with some arguing that it undermines the democratic process and gives undue influence to families over electoral outcomes. Despite the controversy, Switzerland continues to allow its citizens to vote even in death, making it one of the few countries in the world to do so. In Singapore, chewing gum has been banned since 1992. The ban was put in place due to the widespread littering of discarded chewing gum, which was clogging drains and causing other environmental problems. Violators of the law can face fines of up to $100,000 and imprisonment of up to a year. Although the ban has been largely successful in keeping the streets clean, it has also sparked criticism from those who argue that it infringes on personal freedoms and is overly harsh on those who chew gum. Despite the controversy, the Singaporean government has shown no signs of lifting the ban, making it one of the strictest anti-gum laws in the world. In France, it's illegal to sit down while eating a croissant. Apparently, sitting down while enjoying this beloved pastry is seen as a sign of disrespect towards the baker who made it. The law was reportedly put in place to ensure that people took the time to appreciate the hard work that goes into making a fresh croissant. While it may seem like a silly and outdated law, it's an example of how deeply ingrained traditions can sometimes become codified into law. Whether or not it's actually enforced is another story. In Japan, it's illegal to laugh on the subway. Known for its politeness and respect for others, Japan has many laws and customs that promote harmony and order in public spaces. One of them is a law against laughing on the subway, which is seen as a disturbance to other passengers. While the law may not be explicitly stated, it is widely understood and enforced by a sense of shame and social pressure. Those who do laugh on the subway may receive stern looks or even verbal reprimands from fellow passengers. To avoid any awkwardness, many people try to keep their laughter to a minimum while riding the subway. However, this law has also been criticized for stifling public expression and creating a culture of fear. Some argue that people should be allowed to laugh and express themselves freely, while others believe that the law is necessary to maintain order and respect on public transportation. In Bolivia, it's illegal to die. The country's civil code defines death as a legal fiction, and anyone who dies in Bolivia must be reported missing for 5 years before they can be declared dead. This unusual law was put in place to protect the rights of families and prevent them from losing access to the property or inheritance of a missing person. The law requires that a person must be declared legally dead before their estate can be distributed, which means that the family of a missing person cannot claim their inheritance until 5 years have passed since they were last seen. While this law may seem strange to outsiders, it makes sense in a country where many people die without leaving a will or appointing a guardian for their children. By delaying the legal declaration of death, the Bolivian government ensures that all possible efforts have been made to locate the missing person and that their loved ones are protected. In Austria, it's illegal to carry a baby on your lap while driving. The law was enacted to protect both the driver and the passenger by ensuring that all occupants of a vehicle are properly secured. Drivers who violate this law may be fined or even have their license revoked. While it may seem like a common-sense law, it's actually quite rare around the world. Most countries don't have specific laws regulating where babies can be carried in a vehicle, leaving it up to parents to decide what is safest. However, in Austria, the government takes the safety of all passengers very seriously and has enacted strict laws to ensure that everyone is properly secured in the event of an accident. In Thailand, it's illegal to go outside during the king's birthday celebrations without underwear. During the king's birthday celebrations, Thai citizens are required to wear respectful clothing and refrain from certain activities. The law was put in place to show respect for the monarchy and ensure that the celebrations are peaceful and orderly. While it may seem like a strange requirement, it's an example of how deeply ingrained respect for authority is in Thai culture. Failure to comply with the dress code could result in arrest and prosecution, although this rarely happens. In Finland, it's illegal to serve beer and cheese together. This law was enacted to preserve the distinct flavors of Finnish beer and cheese and prevent them from being diluted or overpowered when served together. It's unclear why this law was put in place, but it remains on the books to this day. While it may seem like a strange and unnecessary restriction, it's an example of how Finnish lawmakers have a unique approach to food and beverage regulations. In India, a woman can only divorce her husband if she can prove that he is impotent. This law is rooted in religious and cultural beliefs and reflects the traditional values and norms of Indian society. Under the Hindu Marriage Act of 1955, a wife can file for divorce on the grounds of her husband's impotence. However, she must prove that the impotence existed at the time of the marriage and has not been rectified. This provision has been the subject of much debate and criticism, with many arguing that it is outdated and discriminatory. Some also argue that it places an undue burden on women, who often face societal pressure to maintain the sanctity of the marriage regardless of the circumstances. In Italy, it's illegal to throw food away. This law was enacted to address the issue of food waste and encourage people to use leftovers and donate uneaten food to those in need. Violators of the law may face fines or other penalties, though enforcement is typically limited to commercial entities such as restaurants and supermarkets. The law has been largely successful in reducing food waste in Italy. But it has also faced criticism from those who argue that it infringes on personal freedom and creates an unfair burden on businesses. All right, guys, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends. We'll see you next time.